Welcome to The Fence with your hosts.
Gars and Mitch.
And we got our past guest, Brenner, on the show today. This is week 4.
No. Damn, I think it's... Wait.
It's more than 4. We've done 3 scans.
Yeah.
Is it 6?
6? Damn, we have 2 more weeks left?
Well, no, beginning of July. We got 4 weeks left. So maybe like week 5.5.
Okay, I guess
Something like that. We're a little off, but we are on our 3rd check-in. So we're on week 5-ish of our Fatless competition. Brenner is participating in it with us. And our other buddy,
Ryan got sick.
Ryan's sick.
But he still sent us numbers, so we still got everything.
He sent his way in, and so we're going to be going over all those details to start the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Brenner, you want to be a doll and pull those up?
Yeah, the new ones, right?
Yep. So
Oh,
who's
there.
this right here? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
All right, so let's do him first.
Do you have the last one?
Yeah, he's doing last one. You got today's.
Okay. So wait, you were what, 218 last time, right, Gar?
Today.
Or today you were 218.
218.8.
Yeah, so hit your weight first. Last weigh-in 2 weeks ago.
Was 220. Exactly.
And what is he today?
He's at 218.8, so that means you're down like what, almost
Pound,
14 pounds from originally. No, from originally like 231 on the first one.
Yeah,
which is
that's for
blasphemy.
sure.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And what was your body fat percentage on the last one, Gar, 2 weeks back?
15.7.
And today?
15.6.
Still
Sheesh,
crawling down. That's cool.
Yeah, but that's not much for a 1.2 pounds.
I know. But it's not as drastic as the first weigh-in either.
Oh, yeah, that was massive.
And what's the muscle mass reading in on that 2 weeks ago?
So that was 185.4.
So you're 175.4 today, Gar. This is just regular muscle mass.
Okay, that's impossible because there is no way you can lose 1.2 pounds, but muscle-wise, while losing the body fat and muscle.
You're a mystery, dude.
Your body water might have messed that up a little bit.
Yeah, 100%, because there is no way.
That's why
Plus,
the scans
in the
can
gym,
be...
I did get stronger. My squats are heavier and my deadlifts too. So that's...
Your legs are looking lean. You're looking lean.
Gar about to fall into a deep depression.
crying in the corner.
His face, like, yeah. His
Freaking
corners
not.
of his mouth were tugging down into a frown.
Not gonna lie, I'm just gonna go to the neck and force them doing an in-body.
Yeah. Do it. Who do we want to cover next? Why don't we do who's here first, I guess? Brenner. Pull up Brenner's from 2 weeks back.
Okay.
It's the same, if not slightly worse, I think.
So let's see. Okay. So he today is my bad. I'm
Jackass.
Okay, 220.
Yeah, wait, so now you're doing today's and I'm doing the old one?
No. You stick with the same format. He's on 2 weeks ago. Stick with
Okay, let me see.
Yeah,
What the heck are you doing over here, man?
I was like, I thought we had a system in place
Oh
here.
boy. Okay, where is he? Freaking showing fingers. There you go. So
216, I think, right?
yeah, 216.6.
Yeah, and 220 today.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I actually thought you lost body fat. Not gonna lie.
No, I
by looking
do
at you.
that. And my body fat's up from last time too. Wasn't I like 16.8 last time?
Yes.
I'm 17.2 today.
Okay.
Damn. That's actually by 0.1 higher than the first time you weighed in.
Yeah. And then what's my muscle mass from last time? I think it was
180.2.
my muscle mass.
Yeah, 180.2.
We looking at the right thing here? Hold on. Let me see that.
There you go, buddy.
No, I'm looking at this one right here. That's the muscle mass I was looking at. See? 171, 173. Where do you see 180?
Fat-free mass.
That's fat-free body weight.
Oh, yeah. That's going to include other stuff, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why a discrepancy on your muscle mass.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm up 2 pounds in muscle from last time. I was 171 last time. I'm 172.
Good
Shit.
stuff. Okay. See, we're all going to fluctuate, but like different things are increasing. You know, he's been training hard for some different stuff. And he just did his Hyrox. Did you like get a ranking?
Yeah.
What was it as far as finishing with the other competitors as well as time?
Yeah, so I got, so this is my second one. I did it almost exactly a year ago. I got an hour 27 07, so I think to be exact, on Saturday. And what you asked total rank. So I think it was for just Hyrox Men Open was 898. It was like almost 900 just for the men's open.
Wow.
I ranked 403.
Good stuff. Better than 50%.
Yeah. And so last year's time, I got an hour 48.
And what was this times? An hour 07?
Hour 27.
Hour 27.
That's
It's big dip.
Big drop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. I know you're pumped about that.
Felt good.
You got to celebrate that, man. Heck yeah. And then next year you're gonna do it again.
Yeah, I want to do one even sooner. I was telling Gar about that.
Let's get the
In
guys
Cali.
together, man. Let's do it.
Hold
in
on,
Cali, in
not
December.
to switch. We need to amend Gar's because Gar was looking at the
Yes,
muscle.
yeah, good
So
on
wait,
you.
so Gar, your muscle mass. Hold on, where are you from the last one? You were
Okay, I will check it right now.
okay. So your muscle mass last time was 176. Originally, you started at 183, and then the last one we did, you were at 176, and then today
175.4.
you're So you're down like a smidge. Yeah, so that makes more sense.
Feel a little better?
Pretty much.
Not gonna go slit your wrist in the bathroom after the episode.
Still like progressively getting weaker though, so you should probably just give up.
Wah, wah, wah.
I mean,
He can squat more than all of us combined. Meanwhile, but
that's what I was going to use right now. We can go in squat.
yeah,
if you
no,
want.
your squat video was insane. What did you squat with the safety bar?
435 or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's heinous. That's heinous. For those that don't know, the safety bar, it's like, and Gar had a unique looking one, but it's like the ones where like the pads kind of come around you, and your fists sit in like a neutral position, so it looks easier.
Real weird to get used to, dude.
It's the only way it's easier is like obviously it doesn't require the same amount of shoulder mobility. You're not racking on your back the same, but it is. I think it's physically harder to do
agree.
in terms of driving through the ground.
And that's
I
why I
can't safety
use
bar
it.
squat as much as I can straight bar squat. So
Yeah,
go
and that's
ahead.
why I'm using it because of I had the surgery like 3 months ago.
Oh, that makes so much
And,
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just cannot. I can get my hand there, but then
Yeah,
after a little bit, pain starts. So that's
yeah,
why
you
I'm like,
should wait
being
on
careful.
that stuff.
No, that's great, man.
and my
Smart
coach
training.
wrote in, you know what, counted as a 475. I will do that year one rep max.
No, I legitimately think safety bar is like harder to just from like lower body down. It's harder to squat safety bar, in my opinion.
They're so
Oh, yeah,
big and
freaking
bulky and like unwieldy too.
It just the load
it's heavier
implement
bar,
is
too.
different.
Yeah.
Like where it places the load on you, just you have to work so much harder. It just looks deceptively easier, but it super is not, in my opinion. So
That's why we actually train a lot with that. Like I was, my openers, I pretty much almost did with that before. And then I was able, and my opener was 500 on that. On a competition, 500 just flew like it was nothing. I almost ended up on the third attempt, like a 580.
with
My
the,
third
you're talking
attempt.
with a straight bar, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to the safety bar. You're
And
saying?
still I had plenty in the tank. I was like, I wish I freaking knew.
You straight bar squatted 580?
Yeah.
It's a lot stronger than me.
Last year, March. And I was 212 at that time.
I really missed the
Bodyweight.
person I was before you told me that. I really wish I didn't know that.
You
That
just
is-
shattered this man. He's
You-
crying on the inside.
You had to see my deadlift though. It was so fast, 630. It was so fast that it bounced off my hips and I just went forward.
Oh shit.
And they still didn't count it.
Well, the moral of the theme is that
Anyways.
you are
much
consistently
power.
losing muscle mass. So it sounds like you
Wah,
should
wah,
just give
wah.
up on like lifting. You should definitely give up reading these scans because you're just legit reading the wrong thing. But other than that, no.
I mean, shit, it's-
All right. Anyway, let's do Mitch. So hold
Do
on.
me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Brenner said I was looking lean today. That made me happy on
you
the
asked me-
inside.
like read the result. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. That's what I thought you meant. I was just making sure.
We'll wait till we're done recording for the.
Oh god. Anyway, let me just cover my.
I like those
knee over
socks.
Thank you. My
Leg day
client
socks.
got them for me.
Freaking A right.
They're
Okay.
so cute. Anyway, all right. So you got Mitch up. my
Yeah,
boy? Go ahead.
226.6 last time.
Down to 224, Mitch.
Goddamn, boy!
All right.
Goddamn!
Keep
All right.
going.
What's that body fat percentage looking like?
Body fat is 16.7.
Nah, he's 16.4 today, baby.
Bow.
Oh my gosh. Hide,
I need more.
Hide your
I need more.
girlfriends.
I need more, man. It's not
And
enough.
then muscle mass.
179.4.
178. That's
Okay.
Fucking A, bro.
I'll take
That's
it.
pretty good.
178 muscle mass, pretty solid.
I'll take
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'm
You
feeling
got more
good.
than I do,
You have the
so here you go.
You have the most muscle mass of all of us, actually.
Yeah, but I'm not the strongest, so
Isn't that weird?
what's it good for?
Isn't that
Absolutely nothing.
Hey, man, we have a different goals.
Different
for
training
our
styles.
training,
Yeah, 100%. Let's cover Rye Guy.
Okay.
All right, so recap, me and Ryan both went up like 4 pounds in muscle last time around. Or 4 pounds in weight. I think I was like 2.5 pounds of muscle. He was like 4 pounds of muscle. And so we were kind of heading in the wrong direction, but we're all seeing a little progress. So Rye Guy.
I don't see Ryan's muscle mass on the thing you sent us today.
Really? It didn't. Oh. He's
Because
probably wearing
here-
socks or
Here
something.
it shows 194. So, I mean, it showed his body fat. So I guess
what's
he
his
wasn't
body
with
fat?
the sex.
His body fat today was 19.2, according to this.
Okay, last time it was 20.4.
That sounds
Good stuff.
right.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not seeing his muscle mass on here,
That's all right.
but he's down 2.8 pounds.
Good for you, Rye Guy.
So
Happy to see it, man.
dope.
I think me and him are going to be contending
That
for.
makes sense. Huh?
This is still besides Guard's way ahead in the lead. The rest of us we're still kind of contending with
I
each
think I
other.
fell into last place today because I'm basically at 0 right now. So
Long weekend.
I gotta make up some ground before July.
Me too.
I don't know.
I'm doing it mostly for myself at this point. Like yeah, I don't want to have to wear something weird, a dress or whatever. You guys pick out tights and neon, whatever. But at this point, man, I want to look good and feel good. And I'm excited. This has helped excite me to lose some fat and I want to look good at the pool, man. I want to have those abs back.
Feel like you have abs. We just saw you shirtless.
Yeah,
Do
but
you not?
I still got the love handles. They're
Oh my
lurking under the
God.
surface, and that's not what I want to bring to the table for the pool, man. For the beach, I don't want to have to stand up tall and kind of flex. And that was me fasted.
I understand.
Picture me after a nice full meal and a couple beers.
If I'm just saying, if I'm not trying to hit on you, but if those are your abs hiding, then mine are in covert ops. If yours are
They're
hiding,
underground.
I just saw him shirtless. They are hiding as being and love handle you're being,
I'm blushing a little bit. I've been working hard, man, but
he
they're
has it.
still not
So-
where I want them to be. What was your body fat percentage compared to mine?
We've always been close. I think. Well, today I was 17. What? Hold on, I just lost it. Today is gonna be the day that I'm sorry. 17.2% today, and then you are.
I'm 16.4 today or
so
something.
we're within about 1%.
Yeah, it's not far
Which
off,
is
man.
how it's been from day one. We've been really close on everything. Actually, our weight's been similar the whole time, and our muscle mass is relatively similar.
Well, let's talk some tactics, right? One of the things I've been mixing in, as I talked about last weigh-in, I started mixing in. I'm sort of varying because I started feeling it in my body. I started switching out running my mile or running a 5K for sprints. So I've started at the first day, 10-second sprints, 50 seconds of walking, 10 seconds, and I did that for a mile. And then I went to 15, 20-second sprints to a minute rest. Did that for about a mile. And so that's one of the tactics I'm using. I also started, I have this terrible habit. My first client of the day is in Yardley. On my way to my second client of the day in Newtown, there is a Starbucks. So I don't have time to eat in the morning, and I get this big breakfast burrito there. And I've never checked what those calories are, but I'm sure it's not super great.
No.
And then I'm drinking a coffee with some cream and sweetener in there. And so I cut that out completely the last 2 weeks about. And I've been mixing in, I've been eating oatmeal every morning with my PB Fit and a little bit of honey, a cup of oatmeal. And I think just that alone is going to make a difference for me. And I've just been mindful of everywhere else I can be. But I think 2 weeks from now, we're going to see a bigger drop. I'm feeling good.
I mean, you pretty much started well. So everything you're saying is pretty much right stuff to do. So especially changing running to sprinting, because I'm about to drop running too. Run doesn't do shit. Other than me, I mean, it does, but it's I'm getting ready for a marathon. That's the only reason I'm running right now.
Yeah.
But not going to lie, it's I might stop for the next.
I think that's why you're losing so much weight.
Yeah, and it's a muscle getting beat up
mass.
too.
The muscle's getting beat up because it's a steady state running, right? Which steady state is the place you don't want to be when you're trying to target fat. So you're going to see a lot of muscle loss.
Exactly.
And the other thing I'm doing, sorry to cut you off, I've been playing a lot more disc golf, like probably like 5 times in the last week and a half. And so I'm walking at like a brisk pace for like 3 miles. It's
Beautiful.
what I did this
That's
morning.
actually
Disc
great.
golf?
Disc golf.
Like frolf? Like frisbee golf?
Yeah, but they're not frisbees. They're discs. They're all shaped differently. It's very, very different.
Like not the thing you try to throw into like the chain thing?
Yeah, that's disc golf.
Okay.
It's not frisbee golf. It's disc golf.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be
It's okay.
disrespectful.
Oh, yeah, dude, say that to someone who's like really into the sport.
Yeah,
like,
pick
they'll
that up.
correct you,
He's like,
man.
no, it's not frisbee golf.
Gonna pop the knife like, yo.
Yeah, right. I got
It's not a doll. It's an action figure. My bad. My bad.
really. No, but so those are the zones you want to be in. Either super high intensity to target the fat or low, slow burn. Those are 2 best ways.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. I'm
Sorry.
gonna try and I don't know. You good?
I'm always stealing your thunder,
you
dude.
good? So I'm pretty much gonna start doing a little bit of HIIT cardio because my hands are pretty much able to hold like a 280 pounds on a deadlift wise. And
Good
yeah, I will start doing like a kettlebell swings, jumps, and some presses and stuff like that, like a speed work more.
Burpees.
Oh yeah. So, and let's see. And yeah, walking, a lot of walking.
How's the push-up position treat your hand? And like bench?
So bench, yeah, I still cannot bench for heck. The best bench right now is 85 pounds.
Have you been doing a lot of like dumbbells so you can keep that wrist more neutral and like in a more natural position?
Yeah. So dumbbell, that's what I've been going mostly. Bamboo bar with kettlebells. Hanging with the resistance
right.
bands, like for
Crazy
stabilization. Yeah.
Like an earthquake bar?
Earthquake bar.
Is it the one that like wobbles a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I know it as an earthquake.
Oh, we have an earthquake pull-up bar.
Okay, but so
So,
that's what you're
yeah.
benching with?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's smart. I was gonna say like this is related to what you're saying, but I do admire your resolve because like I would mentally be in the toilet.
What a quick bounce back, you know what I mean?
You know what
Like-
I'm saying? But you seem very, and I think it's part of your personality. I've got to learn you a little bit. You're very like, all right, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna do it. And like for someone as strong as you are, who's lifted the amount of weight you've done, and then you get totally reset by an injury like that. Like a lot of people would mentally fold, and you're just like, nope. So I feel like that, and I'm being real here. I feel like you've set an extremely good example for your clients that like setbacks happen, even really, really poopy ones. I'm doing a better job not to
Love
cuss
that.
today, but like like I would be like moaning and crying and feeling sorry for myself. I really would. I know me.
Probably blowing up a little bit, just like
for sure, It
you know,
would
stress
be
eating or whatever.
Really, really hard to, but like you just like I haven't heard you once feel sorry for yourself. So like I admire that. I honestly do, man. So
I appreciate it, man.
yeah,
I really
you're very
do.
just
I really
matter
do.
of fact. Like this is where I'm at now, and like for a guy that can be like, what's your top bench?
My top bench was 450.
And like you were saying last time, like yeah, like a 10-pound dumbbell press is an improvement, and like a lot of people that would mentally jack them.
Or you'd
up.
hear him like saying, "Oh, for now it is because of my injury," but he doesn't even say
but
that. He's just like,
yeah, but like
you said, matter of fact.
I have no doubt you're gonna get back to where you were, and then some. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, that's why it's like I had a big plans for this year, and I was like, heck, probably next year then.
The evil eye.
Yeah, something like that, because everything happens. There happens so much stuff, like very close to each other. Like my car accident partially tore my trap on that one.
Oh, you had a car accident?
Yeah, man.
How long ago?
October, end of the October. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Then I like recovered from an accident, and I was like already getting top-notch shape. And boom, end of the January, then this tear.
Did you tear the rotator cuff on the same arm you ruptured the bicep?
No rotator cuff, thank God, but labrum.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry, I thought you. So is the same arm?
Yeah.
As the trap that was injured
But
in the car accident.
But here's the thing too. It's like
It's interesting.
a lot of athletes already have a tore labrums. Like it's like, I don't know, it just comes with the territory, I guess. So I was like, okay, hell, let's see where we're gonna go with this. So he was like, a doctor was like, I can give you guarantee that your other labrum is tore too.
Is it possible though that could have been related, or it's impossible to know?
It's pretty much impossible. to
Seems
know,
kind of
like,
likely, you know, like
Yeah.
like the odds are stacked against it.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. Did you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but we will see, man. I don't think I'm gonna do a Atlas Stones anymore.
Yeah, yeah. You
Or
may
maybe
be-
say hell with it and rock and roll.
We have Atlas Stones outside our gym. Like I see them every day when I open the door to the backyard, and I stare at them. And I think of you. And I'm like, I'm gonna wait. And I don't think we have any as heavy as the one you were trying to do, but but no, I just wanted to say that it's not directly related to what we're talking about with fat loss.
No, it's good.
I think it's relevant, so
100%.
I admire that genuinely.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you may. That's what will make you a freaking champ at the end. You know what I'm saying? Or move you in life in forward, because this moves in everything. You know what I'm saying? If you if you're a fighter in one thing, you're definitely gonna that like spills over in every other field. So.
Yeah.
I just don't see myself giving up, man. That's the thing. It's like, what can I do? Like,
No, yeah, just it is what it is. You just keep thugging that shit out. For
yeah,
sure, so.
just gonna be more careful now. I learned my lessons, and gonna be more careful.
Yes, sir.
Brenner, what tactics?
All right. I mean, so obviously everything was gearing towards Hyrox, right? Like it was sort of like
That actually was freaking awesome. I saw your
I
videos.
appreciate it. Yeah. No, I don't know how much you do or don't want to talk about, but
No, go ahead.
Yeah, talk about it, dude.
all right, yeah.
I actually wanted to listen to it.
There was 2 time periods in my life this past week. Everything before Hyrox and everything after, right? Like everything was like get through Hyrox. So the week leading up, it killed me to not work out. So I did the Murph. I really wanted to do the Murph. I don't regret doing the Murph. The Murph humbles me every damn time. Did no assisted chin-ups. Did the whole thing the big boy way. I didn't do the weighted vest because I have a weighted vest right here. I don't need a weighted vest, respectfully. Took me long enough. Took me a little over an hour. Got it done. Was sore as heck for about 3-4 days after, specifically tries, chest. Hammies were sore. My hammies cramped like a mother during the Murph.
From the run-in?
Yeah, and I was dehydrated, I think. So then I really tried to chill, and I was like, I'm just going to I got to make sure I'm not sore by Saturday.
What day did you do it on? Did you do it on Memorial Day or the weekend?
Monday. It was on Memorial Day. And so then Thursday came around. Hyrox was this past Saturday, and it was sort of like a dog with fleas. I just started like, scratching. I was just getting the itch, so I just said, let's just back squat, whatever. So worked up to 315 for 8, which is
nice,
okay for
stellar.
me. Yeah, which was probably not smart. And then I did a little bit of front squat, did some 275 and then 245, and back off 225 front squat, and that was it. I just felt like I had to do something, like I was just losing my mind because just thinking about it all week, and I was nervous because I really, really, really wanted to do well. Especially because I felt embarrassed after last year. Like, I felt genuinely embarrassed after last year. I just got absolutely got my shit tossed. So I really had a goal time in my head, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Sub 90 minutes was what I wanted, because the average time.
Which you did.
Yeah. The average time for Hyrox is like 90 or like an hour 35 is like about average. So I really wanted to get above average, and like breaking the 90-minute mark on Hyrox is kind of considered like a barrier, and it was obviously, as I highlighted, it was a huge jump of a goal time from last year.
Right.
So like on a day of the event, it was on the pier in Manhattan with very minimal shade. And it felt, I think the outdoor temp that day was like 80, but like it was concrete.
The weekend was beautiful, Saturday, Sunday, but then it got like real hot and humid.
But like it's how like it can be a certain temperature in the air, but then like on the ground it can be hotter.
Just getting sent right back up at you.
Dude, it had to have been every bit of like 8 at like the midpoint of the race. It had to have felt like 90 degrees, and like in the sun. So you're doing broad jump burpees, like walking sandbag lunges in the sun, my boy. It was brutal. I can't believe people didn't pass out from heat stroke. I know one of my clients, she did it later in the day. She fell across the finish line into somebody's vom because somebody puked.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, dude, I felt so bad. Yeah, but like it was ugly, dude, and there's just so many people there. But it was crazy. It was super, super rewarding. It was super hard. It's so I've talked about DECA before because my gym does a lot of DECA events, and for those that don't know, DECA and Hyrox, they're similar but not. So DECA is an affiliate of Spartan, and DECA does like the 10 zones of like ram reverse lunge, rower for 500 meters, 24-inch box step up, med ball sit up, ski erg 500 meters, farmer's carry 100 meters, etc. Right? And Hyrox, so nice. DECA is like it punches you in the throat immediately.
By the way, if you don't mind me asking, when is going to be the next time?
The next Hyrox?
No,
the next DECA. So there's a DECA Fit that I want to do in August, and that's like the most amount of running. DECA Fit ends up being like a 5K, which is still basically 2 miles less than what you run for Hyrox. right? So even Deca Fit, it's like any version of the Deca. Deca Strong has 0 running. Deca Mile has about a mile worth of running. Deca Fit is a 5K worth of running. Every version of it just kind of punches you in the face, whereas Hyrox kind of lulls you into this false sense of security, and then it just slowly kind of like boa constrictors you, and it just takes away your will to live because it just beats you up every round. It goes ski erg 1,000 meters, 334. This is open. The pro weights are heavier. 334-pound sled push for, I think it's 80 or 50 meters. It's not even that much, but like it destroys your quads, and then you have to run 1,000 meters between every single one of these. And it's a sled drag, it's broad jump burpees, and then it's row 1,000 meters, it's sandbag lunge, I think 80 meters or 150, I forget, but it just slowly kind of beats you down.
Do they have like water stations, like intra workout snacks and stuff? Like
they have water stations, but by the time you really needed it, like I started getting cotton mouth really bad. The water station was overwhelmed. Like it always starts cute and pretty, and then like it just turns into like a war.
Everyone's just over there huffing and puffing. Like
it's a war zone, dude. And you have to run in the zone, like because if you can't picture it, it's like a big lap around, and then all the zones are in the middle. So you have to do 2 laps around, and then you have to go in and find your zone. And there's bodies everywhere. People are walking. You're trying not to run somebody over. You take a quick, evaluation of the water station. You're like, okay, there's 800 people there, and there's like 4 water cups, and there's like 2 men working the water station. I don't have time for water because like those seconds and minutes in the zone still count towards your time.
Right. So I guess you can grab the Camelback next time.
No, I'm not running with a Camel. I don't think you're allowed to.
Really?
And I wouldn't want to either.
I've done that in a Spartan race before, but like it's very weird. Cumbersome, dude. It's cumbersome. Yeah. You wouldn't think so because it's only like what, like a couple quarts of water.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to, and you're not allowed to accept water from like patrons in the stands.
Really?
Either. No, man. It's brutal, dude. Hyrox is brutal. It's the sun.
It's brutal, but it's like illogical. Then put more water stations because it's like there's a heck amount of people there.
I agree,
so
man.
Take care of people. God damn it. We are not living in a freaking Georgian Republic or some shit where I came from, all right?
Self-jab from Gars there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll give a fuck. Like I always say the truth.
Shout out to my people.
With the freaking love.
And it was better this year than last year. It's still a new company. I think they're only a few years in, they're growing every year. Hence why they only have like a local event once a year, because I think they had a couple thousand in total people do the event between the men's open, the women's open, the men's pro, women's pro, and then they did doubles, and I think they also had relays. So they went all day. So it's a lot of people to manage, and they're still a newer company. So
right, so there's going to be hiccups and kinks. Yeah.
But it's extremely brutal race. It's probably the most proud I've ever felt after a race. And I'll do better in Hyroxes in the future. I'll do better in bigger events. But like having done the meet at Gars gym, less than 2 months ago, and doing really well in that, and then I did a Deca Fit after that, and then doing the Hyrox and getting a time like that in something that I'm not naturally good at. Like, nothing about me evokes speed, endurance, and running. And so to be able to do that and get that time, I felt extremely validated. It really felt like I can do that type of thing.
No, that's incredible.
Meant the world to me.
And crucial. Yeah. No, that's awesome, man.
Like earning the respect of your clients and your peers, so it was.
You're giving me goosebumps. Yeah. You're inspiring me to start competing in more events. I don't know.
You have to be example, and you just proved it, man.
And I've thought about what you said with that, because you said you said an audio message to us like a couple weeks ago about like your clients look to you, they see you, and they see their future. And I never thought of it like that before. And if I'm being like super real and honest with myself, when I started my journey as a trainer, I was definitely the chubby trainer. And I've certainly wasn't always looked at from my peers with respect. I think I've had to earn that over time, and I think that was another big part of Saturday for me, was sort of it felt like this sort of how it was in the past is no longer how it is, mother bleeper, like it just felt like a I'm here now type of thing,
Oh yeah, you're gonna become more stricter to yourself. Watch it. You're gonna be more strict to yourself after this. Like you're gonna train more, you're gonna become more serious towards you putting down the time, numbers, and stuff, and then you're gonna start considering like, my client's looking up to me. I cannot freaking slack. That's why I didn't. That's why I still, even me tearing that, it's like I still Okay, I found another thing. What can I do, right? Run a marathon. Great.
You said that one of the first episodes. You talked about like that's your main motivation is your clients to like keep working out. Like if you weren't a trainer, it would be a lot harder for you to stay motivated. I feel like I remember you saying
pretty
that.
much because listen, man, it's like I have a bigger goal than just being a trainer. You know what I'm saying? I want to change people. Like I like that. I like when I see positive changes mentally, physically, and people get like a lot of mental positive changes with you. You know what I'm saying? When you do everything right.
Yeah.
When they change physically, what they gonna do? They get happier automatically too.
And that's pretty cool. You get to be a part of someone having a happier life.
Yeah, I love that. I love this
fulfilling.
positivity.
Yeah. So that was kind of my thoughts and all that. That's why I put so much pressure on myself to do well in that event, because it felt like a very like symbolic thing, I think, which is a little dramatic, but it wasn't to me. It meant a lot to me, So, yeah.
I know the feeling, man, and don't play it down.
Yeah.
Don't play it down.
Or
downplay
man.
it.
I would not be able to
gangster.
do that shit.
Nope. It is gangster. I would love to know how I would have fared, side by side with you. Spartans is like the main thing that I've done, and there's none of it. It's very, very different. It's much more running. Yeah, it is like 20 obstacles or whatever, but it tests you to your core. But I feel like at these events, man, sometimes I'm curious if it's the same with you. You're almost like operating under a sense of like a fear, like your fight or flight has kicked in. Because like
Spartan races definitely do that to me, because I've always been terrified of injury at Spartan races.
Right, and you can get it. And I guess, less so than that, but you just don't know when like your energy's going to run out. You don't know how you're going to react to the next station or zone or workout or obstacle. And so a lot of the times, like, I don't know, like I thrive off that though.
Why you are afraid of getting injury there and not, let's say,
in
this
Spartan
past
races?
competition? Yeah.
Well, because
I never done that.
No,
so
that's
I
a
don't
fair
know
question. Like,
Good question. Tell him.
So it's funny because even the train ride home. So like, so my boss, Sydney Turner, right? I call him Captain America. He's like super. He's one of the most in shape mofos I've ever met, right? And so he's really into the Spartan races, and he's gotten a lot of people from the gym to do them. And I've talked about previously how I've done them and how much I loathe them, right? And we were even on the train ride back home, and a few of them were talking like, oh, so you're not going to do a Spartan race this year? And I was just like, no. Just because, like, I knew I was done, to answer the question, I knew I was done with Spartans on the last one, right? One of the best quotes I like to say, like, the best awareness a man can have is self-awareness, right? And, like, there's nothing wrong with, like, seeing something, want to get better at that. Like, I did that on Saturday, right? But, like, Spartan races, dude, is, like, we were doing the one in Vernon up in North Jersey. We're doing the Beast. And I'm looking down, and, like, if you haven't done that, right? So it's always wet and moist out there. That's a horrible word to use, but you get what I'm saying. Muddy, wet and muddy. And there's rocks everywhere, right? And it's in the fall, so it's kind of cool and cold. And I'm looking down at my feet every single step, right? And, like, any step I take on one of these rocks could shatter my leg if I take it wrong, right? And
or you just pull something because your leg slides out from under you, like.
And so there's two funny things that happened that day that really told me I'm done. I'm going to get through this beast, and I'm going to be done, right? So the first one, I went with one lady from the gym, and I want to say she's like in her 50s, like her later 50s or so, in shape, but like, she's more, I call her Wonder Woman. She's amazing. And I'd only she only started taking group classes more recently at that point. But it was just the two of us, and I was like, Kathy, let's go together. She was like, sure. And before the race, she was like, are you going to wear that shirt all day? I was like, yeah. She's like, all right, it's red, got it. And she just kind of made a point of red. And I was like, why does she care what color shirt I'm wearing? It's because at several points during the race, she got like at least 100 yards ahead of me. Oh. So she wanted to make sure to look back and see, okay, where's Brenner?
I was thinking the other way around, like she's gonna be tracking you.
She wanted to make sure she wouldn't lose me because she knew she was gonna get ahead of me.
Good for her.
And then anyway, the second part, right? So I'm going through the woods, and there's like mud and rocks everywhere, and like every step, I'm walking like I'm a geriatric patient. I'm like, okay, like I'm about, like if my walker falls, I'm gonna collapse. And I see just two people just galloping, like they just look like they were made to trail run, just like
Mountain
skipping on the rocks, like they're like the little like Clouds and Mario or whatever, just like ding, ding, like I was like, this is it. Like I'm not doing that. Yeah, I felt like I said it on Saturday. It felt like an ostrich trying to like hang out with swans. You know what I mean?
I like that. That's
I'm just like I'm not a swan, man. This is not what I do. It's not what I'm good at, and I'm okay with that. So
and Gars, just to your point about why it can be dangerous, like he explained good parts of it, but then like picture, like ski slopes. You're literally like on ski slopes that are completely muddy. There's rocks and stuff, and like even just running down a completely open space, you could slip and fall at any point. You can pull your groin or
so
ACL.
easy.
And then these hills he's talking about, a lot of the time they're like in woods, so you're looking out for tree roots, you're looking out for rocks. It's super freaking muddy, and no matter what quality of shoe you wear, and I have trail running shoes because I'm one of those guys that kind of bounds like the goat. Like that's my jam.
I don't know how you do
I love
that.
it. I love it.
amazing.
It's something about it. And so, I am the one that's kind of like floating out there. But even me, like, dude, it's just like your shoes are caked up.
Yep.
Inside, like you basically are trashing those shoes after the race.
Yep.
And any tread you have is it's gone. You might as well run. You'd be better off running barefoot.
I saw a dude do it barefoot once.
It was
crazy.
that's nuts. That's nuts.
It was Palmerton in the summer. He did it.
I've done Palmerton. And then they have these half pipes. I don't know if they do them. I forget if it was a Spartan or a Tough Mudder, but I think to this date that I did something to my hip because you have to run up soaking wet, run up this half pipe.
Oh, yeah.
And grab on either someone's hand or a rope.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
I did that.
And I'm an athletic motherfucker. Like, and a couple of my buddies made it, but I just kept slipping and sliding. This was a couple races back. And I came down hard on my hip, on this, like, I don't know what it's made of, carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Probably.
I understand.
And felt something like, and I've never gotten it checked out, and I've been okay, but.
And I just knew I would be so infuriated if I got hurt doing that, and then I couldn't do stuff that I care about,
Right.
like powerlifting and like
Working.
even another Hyrox, even like because Hyrox is, I'm like as hard as it is, I'm like all right, that's flat, right? Sled is flat, all right. Broad jump burpees flat, like all right, it's flat. It's not on a mountain trying to climb over a metal bending wall that was constructed the day before. Like I can deal with that. That's valid. Like I'm not out here trying to be a Navy SEAL. Respect to the Navy SEALs. Respect to former veterans. I ain't trying to do that. So like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So like I have all the respect in the world for people. Like I have no clue how you run all those rocks like that. It like actually it defies the laws of physics to me.
I think my fight or flight kicks in. I've always been the kind. I always love running, and in these races, I always show up like kind of nervous. But then once I'm out there, I'm like I'm the most alive I've ever felt every
I get
time.
it, yeah.
And I'm just like I'm running laps around people who are a little slower. Like, come on, guys, let's go. I had so much fun at my last Spartan, man.
You're that dick.
So
like,
much.
come on, man, you can do it.
But it was fun. And I brought the GoPro out, and then dude, there's these crazy like you know what ski moguls look like. It's almost like you're crawling through trenches. You're like up a hump and under a hump.
Yeah.
It's mud and there's like stuff over your head. And I scraped up my GoPro. I was mad.
Oh man,
Super mad. We do have to wrap up, I think. Anything we want to part with or anything like that? Ryan, we'll ask you about your tactics next time around because obviously he made some progress. I'm excited to see it, guys. Good to go?
So let's rock and roll.
All right.
That's it.
All right,
for
guys,
today.
stay tuned. We'll be doing another week, update on the Fat Loss competition in 2 weeks. We may have an episode coming out this week, maybe not. In the meantime, to
Let's say like that. Wait for a few days more.
Yeah.
We got you.
Hey, this is an episode, though.
Eat a celery stick for like the next week.
I know, right? Celery sticks and water.
Jesus.
We appreciate each and every single one of you. Submit a topic request form if you want to hear something. Email us at mitchellblack@gmail.com. It's just a DM. Comment on any of our posts. We love you. Instagram is @thefence_podcast. YouTube @thefence_podcast. And wherever you listen to podcasts, simply type in @thefence. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
See you.